In recent years, more and more people have begun asking a serious question. Is Western civilization entering a period of decline? For centuries, the West led the world in science, technology, culture, and political ideas. But today, many signs make people wonder if something deeper is happening, something that looks like a slow collapse. In this video, we will explore and look at the patterns that civilizations usually follow, and ask whether the modern West is now moving into the dangerous part of that cycle. To understand what might be happening, we first need to understand how civilizations change over time. Throughout history, almost every great civilization has gone through a clear life cycle. It rises, it declines, and eventually it collapses. During the rise, a society is full of energy. People innovate. Institutions are flexible and responsive. There is hope, unity, and confidence. Everyone feels like they are part of something bigger, but as time passes, the system becomes more complex. Rules multiply. Institutions become slower and harder to change. People focus more on protecting their own interests than on working together. This marks the beginning of the decline stage. Growth slows, social tensions build, and the society starts to lose its ability to solve problems. If these pressures continue for too long, the civilization may enter the collapse phase, where trust breaks down, institutions fail, and the society loses the qualities that once made it powerful. So what actually pushes a civilization from decline into collapse? Historians and social theorists point to a few repeating patterns. One major factor is the rise of powerful elite groups who compete for influence and privilege. As these elites multiply, they begin to prioritize their own power over the well-being of society. Corruption increases. Decisions become more about protecting groups than serving people. Another factor is economic decline. Instead of building things, societies shift toward financial speculation and money games. Wealth becomes concentrated among a small number of people. Ordinary workers struggle with rising costs and stagnant wages. When people feel they cannot improve their lives, frustration grows. And then there is social decay. Communities weaken, families become smaller, birth rates decline, and people feel more isolated. Without strong social bonds, people lose trust in each other and in their institutions. Now let's look at the modern West. Are these signs present today? Many people believe they are. In several Western countries, economic inequality has reached record levels. Home prices rise faster than salaries. Young people feel locked out of the future. Large corporations dominate entire industries. At the same time, political systems in many Western nations seem frozen. Governments struggle to make decisions. Parties fight endlessly. Public trust in leaders, media, and institutions has collapsed to historic lows. People feel that the system no longer serves them, and they become more cynical and divided. Culturally, many argue that the West has lost some of the creativity and energy that once made it dominant. Innovation still exists, but it is often concentrated in a small number of technology companies. Art, music, and entertainment sometimes feel repetitive or commercialized, instead of big ideas that push society forward. Much of the cultural landscape focuses on distraction and consumption. Meanwhile, social media increases division. People live in separate realities. Anger rises. Communities that once held people together slowly fall apart. When we look at all of these trends, economic stress, political paralysis, cultural stagnation, and growing loneliness, they match the patterns seen in other civilizations that were moving into decline. But decline does not always mean collapse. Collapse happens when these problems stack up, feed each other, and reach a point where the society cannot adapt. In that situation, collapse usually begins slowly. It looks like rising debt, falling productivity, shrinking influence, more protests, more anxiety, and a feeling that things are stuck and getting worse. It's not a dramatic explosion. It's a quiet fading. So is the West actually collapsing right now? It's not a simple yes or no. Clearly, the signs of decline are real. But decline is not destiny. Civilizations throughout history have pulled themselves back from the edge by reforming institutions, reducing inequality, renewing their culture, and giving people a reason to believe in a shared future again. Whether the West can do that will depend on choices made today. It's also important to remember that theories of civilizational decline are not perfect predictions. They are patterns, not guarantees. The West still has incredible strengths: top universities, strong scientific research, powerful economies, and global cultural influence. But at the same time, the challenges are too big to ignore. Rising costs of living, political division, broken trust, and cultural exhaustion are clear warning signs. The real question is not whether collapse is coming. The real question is whether people in Western societies are willing to face these problems honestly, rebuild what is broken, and create a future that is more equal, more united, and more meaningful than the present. A civilization does not collapse because of destiny. It collapses because people stop caring, stop fixing things, and stop believing that improvement is possible. So what happens next? That depends on all of us. If the West can find new energy, new ideas, and new unity, it may grow strong again. If it continues on its current path without major changes, the slow drift downward may continue. The story is not finished yet. Thank you for watching. If you found this video essay interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.